Welcome to Engaging Truth. This is Dave Schultz, one of your hosts again. I'm a pastor like Pastor John Kane is, but differently in that he's not retired, but I am. So I can do what I want to do with my life, and I do a lot of this because of the fact that doing little bits and pieces to be put on YouTube are wonderful little times to bring the gospel into people's lives. Well, some time ago, when I was still a pastor in the Houston area, still unretired, the senior pastor of the church asked me one night, would you go over and see so-and-so in their house? And I said, what's the deal? And he said, well, this woman used to be part of our youth expression here at the church. And since I have been married, I no longer take care of the young adults in the church, so I've lost track of her. But her sister called and said, would you please come over and pray for her healing? And he said to me, I can't do that tonight. Can you do it? I said, well, sure. Where does she live? Gave me the address. Went over, the door opened. I went to the back room and I asked the sister who had called, what is it that you want me to pray about for your sister? Well, she said she just had brain surgery and she's been in a coma ever since then. See, on top of her head you can see the scars. And I said, well, yeah. And she said, I want you to pray for my sister to wake up for 5 minutes. I said, well, why? She said, I've got something to tell her that I've never told her before. So would you pray that Jesus would wake her up for 5 minutes? I said, sure. Jesus is in charge of healing and waking up people. I'm not. So we prayed and put hands on her head, the scarred head, and we prayed for her. I said, dear Jesus, would you please bring healing to this woman's life just enough so she can hear from her sister what she needs to tell her. After the prayer, I walked out, gave the lady a hug, said, call me back. And by the time I got back to church, she had called. She said she wants you to call her. So I called her and said, guess what? I said, what? She said, my sister woke up just after you left, and I told her what I wanted to tell her, and she went back to sleep. I thought of that so often. When we think in terms of the power that lies in prayer, it does not lie with us. It lies wholly with Jesus. And the woman never woke up again. And sometime later we had a service for her. But I remember that like it happened yesterday. Jesus has the power to bring healing to people's lives. Trust that message. Thank you for being with us on Engaging Truth.